Then we left off. You all went to bed. You got your notes saying to come to the giant scouting session, and we had our little side RP of you three.
I didn't read it. I didn't even read it.
Yeah, you could have read it.
I started, and then I was like, I am going to skip it.
Now,
so I'm blind.
Yep, you weren't there.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
I feel good.
So first thing first is we are going to start with Tom. And Father Tom, you said that you were going to look for a small person.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Father, at some point in the morning, so we're picking up. I've already made a pastry, delivered it, yada yada. So now I'm looking for the gnome.
Is it Janda? Jonda?
Yeah, Jonda.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you name it. It says different, but yes, the gnome. Got it.
Yeah, well, y'all haven't actually met.
You showed her to us because she was coming out of the officers' meeting.
Boy. Yes, I did show him to you.
Him. I thought you said it was a girl, but it could be a boy. Sure. Yep. Sure. Effeminate man. Got it.
So,
we make it
John,
man.
In the parlor sanctuary, you were seeing John heading upstairs towards the officer quarters. So I'm assuming that you're running up behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll run up. Hello. What, John Doe, was it?
Hi, yeah, I'm John. Yeah, hi.
John Doe, Father Tom.
Hi, Tom.
John Doe, Father Tom.
Tom, it's so nice to meet you. So nice to meet you.
Wow. So, I had to ask, how long have you been with this guild?
Oh, quite a long time. I've been here quite a while. A decade or so. I've been here quite a while.
And how old? I mean, what age? What size relative to me does John Doe look?
I mean, he's a gnome. So he's definitely smaller than you. Gnomes are probably. He's probably like 4 foot-ish. Mm-hmm. 3.5, 4 foot. So he's shorter than you, I think.
In 10 years, you've stayed for 10 years.
Yeah, it's quite a nice place and nice people, and it's just wonderful.
I had to ask you, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way. What has it been like being the little guy?
Little guy? Who says I'm the little guy? I'm not the little guy. If anything, you're the little guy.
Oh, right you are. We're both the little ones, and for that we have a bond.
Bond. What bond's that?
Well, the way that I've seen it, since I've been on the road, a lot of bigger folk, and maybe it makes sense to look out for, look out for one another, not get stepped on, as it were.
Yeah, I have no problem not stepping on you. I promise I won't step on you. No. John Doe won't step on you.
But Father John's gonna turn his head and take a look at this guy. And if I might ask, what is your skill set that you bring?
Oh, and he'll do a little minor illusion. Just set like a couple butterflies out, and I just ensnare the mind.
Ensnare the mind. That I like.
What about you, Tom? What are you bringing?
Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I've been very blessed.
Well, that's great. I do think that I need to go and get ready. Do you have a pastry?
That's exactly what I have. Can you wait here?
Yes, I have.
Tom's gonna run down, grab a pastry, forget that it's hot if it's still hot. Come back up, holding it. I just made them fresh this morning. Now, I need to save plenty more for Valentine, but if you want one, you may have it.
Great, yeah, thanks. Look here, I will see you on the fields. And he's going to pop it in his mouth and start walking away.
Yeah, I'm at some point, if the group is still elsewhere, or if we meet up, that's fun. But I'd start to explore beyond this tavern, start to explore more the grounds of this kind of fortress or.
So, I do not have a map for the outside of Sanctuary yet.
I think you can depend on my guy.
Okay, so you're going to start wandering the grounds.
Yeah, wandering the grounds, kind of waving at people, walking around.
All right. Damn it, I did not pull up my OneNote. If you walk out into the courtyard, you're going to find a really rather nice garden of different flowers. Maybe some little fruit bushes and fruit trees.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, I'm pulling this up. And off towards, if you're going to make your way around, you'll see different members of Sanctuary of all shapes, sizes, and colors. Wave, say hi. A couple might ask, if you want to go visit these ruins here, or, maybe go hike the woods with them and see what you can find.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see a cemetery off towards the back. And in the center of the cemetery will be a small monolith that will have, I forgot to look up the names because I do not remember them off the top of my head. But it'll have 3 names on it. Rifa Herd, Erickhart the Mighty, and Pradhar.
So this is like does it look like a, what's the word, like mausoleum or something? Like it's been constructed to hold a handful of bodies. It's like ornate, or
not really a mausoleum, more of a monument.
Okay.
So, in the cemetery, you are going to see little headstones and everything. But yeah, it'll have those 3 names, and the monument under the names will say, dedicated to 3 of the founders of Sanctuary.
Mm.
And
if I spent a little bit of time kind of investigating the I guess the whole cemetery, so like does anything seem out of place? Does anything seem surprising, or does it just seem very expected for a guild that's been here for some amount of time?
You wouldn't expect that a guild would have its own cemetery, but that's also, if you look at like the guilds in Reikanos, they're sitting pretty much right next to the merchant quarter. They're in the city. They're not going to have cemeteries of their own in the city. But no, if you want to roll an investigation for a further look.
Sure. Let's see. That is a natural 1 on investigation for 5.
It's a very well kept cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you notice. But yeah,
Yeah.
And I would assume that if you keep making your way around, you'll see, like I said, you'll see other gnomes, a halfling here and there, the occasional orc, you know, a little bit of everything.
Do I have like if I've walked around, explored the cemetery, like, do I have a rough idea of how many people I've seen today? Like, how many people are in the...
How many people that you've seen this morning? Right now, I'd say you've probably seen, little groups here and there, but you've probably seen over 60 or 70 that's here at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's rather large.
So, I mean, between all these little conversations, I'm sure it'll take some time. But I'll just keep exploring, and then eventually Tom is going to kind of realize he's been without the rest of the group for a while, but he's going to very excitedly try to go back to the tavern to find them, to tell them about how nice everyone is.
All right. And from there, we will pan to Valenthian, Ren, and Styx, where you just ended your conversation, and Styx is soothing the animals of the stable to get them to quiet down.
Alright, you lot. I'm gonna try to go find a Lodric if I can.
Okay.
I think something's up with your mic there, Ren.
No, mine's good.
Okay,
I didn't say anything.
Maybe it's me. I heard a bunch of static.
I went.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
I have not drunk any.
Maybe you need to. Maybe that's the problem.
That could be the problem.
Just one whiskey.
just a little whiskey.
Are you going to speak to that man by yourself then?
If you'd like to come along, lass, I don't mind. But I was going to speak to him alone.
I don't care. I just want to know if you're going by yourself or not.
It was my plan, but I don't mind having some company either.
You want me to go with you or not?
Come along, lass.
Great.
You guys do that. I need to feed these. Keep them happy until Stable Master is awake. He's grumpy.
That's also why I did that perception check that's there in Roll20. See if I could find a Lodric.
He's also an orc, so he's really grumpy.
Who?
The Stable Master.
Stable Master. Oh.
Open that. There we go.
Yeah, I connected my D Beyond in my Roll20.
Yeah, I was looking at D&D Beyond, not Roll20. My bad.
How do you do that?
Either. Chrome has an extension called Beyond 20, and it links the two.
So if you roll in D&D Beyond, it rolls in Roll20.
It actually doesn't show me in Roll20. Funny
enough. It doesn't show it there in the chat room, though?
Not yet.
I see it.
It's there for me.
I also see Father Tom.
In Roll21. In Roll20, it's good. In D&D Beyond, it's not. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. In any sense, you actually you can find Alaric sitting down having his breakfast at the officer's table.
I very cautiously walk up to him as to not startle him and just quickly go, Mr. Guildmaster. Wow, totally wrong accent.
Wow, so who is that guy?
No. Could I speak with you a minute, sir?
Yeah, please, just call me Alaric. What can I do for you, young man?
I have a very strong possibility that I'd like to discuss with you before we leave for this adventure today.
All right. We can take it in the officer chambers. Would you like to bring Orion along?
It probably wouldn't be a bad idea if he were there too.
It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, very well.
Oh yeah, you and humans. I forgot.
Yeah, he'll say, "Yep, if you want to go ahead and make your way up, I'll gather Orion and we'll meet you on the balcony." He'll get up and do a quick walk and meet you at the balcony. They'll open their door for you. You'll see a large round table. Fairly simple chairs. It's kind of Spartan in look. And so, please sit.
I try to squeeze my big ass into one of the little tiny chairs.
I don't sit.
Before we get started, would you be willing to take a blood oath to keep my secret between us in this room?
A blood oath. Blood oath's not really my thing. I won't lie to you. But I can give you my word as Guildmaster that whatever is said in here stays in here.
And what about you, Orion? Will you keep my secret?
Yeah. I don't know what the secret is, so why not keep it?
I'm gonna insight check that.
I did too. I got an 11.
That one. 17.
You have a good feeling that if he's going to tell anyone, he's going to tell Celine.
Oh. The wife thing, okay. I take a deep breath, and I spend probably the next hour going over my life story with them in as much detail as I can so they understand where I'm coming from. And at the end, I go, so, the best I can do for you is offer a possibility of an alliance with the Giants. I can't guarantee the alliance, though. But there's not a guild anywhere in this land that could say they have an alliance with the Giants.
You'll see Orion just kind of looking at Alaric, waiting for him to speak. And Alaric did listen very quietly, very, politely taking in your story. Well, I'll tell you, I don't have much love for giants. I don't hate giants. I'm not one to believe in hate, but I don't have much love for them. This is where I would like you to roll your persuasion check.
I'm gonna roll this with dice. Actual dice. Of course. It's only a 6. And I don't have a way to re-roll that.
Big guy, could you join me over here for a second?
Alright, lass. I'm gonna follow her over.
Get your big ass up out of the chair. Just talk amongst yourselves. We will be right back. So out of earshot of them.
Halfway through that story, Styx probably would have showed up.
Yeah, good.
Because it would have taken him a long time to get there. With his story.
Sheep, entertain. So
I'll just start producing flame and just...
No, play that flute. Play the flute. It's so great.
Good idea.
And also loud. So
I gotta play the flute.
Yes. Did we want to talk about how you are pretty sure that the giants are not raiding villages, and perhaps we can find out who is, and perhaps the wrong group is being implicated, and we could find out who is doing this raiding.
I actually was going to do that last. I just haven't got that far yet. But
His face is telling me he is not believing in you. So maybe you want to throw in some extras.
Real quick, sir. I can tell you for certain that I know those giants are not raiding these villages. Somebody has to be spreading a rumor. For all you know, it's one of those bigger guilds trying to wipe this one out. Sending you into the giants, have them just take you all down.
Well,
Sounds like the truth, I think.
take your advantage roll.
Oh, advantage?
Well, your other roll. Take your roll again.
A reroll.
And if you're anywhere near me, I'll give
It
you
wasn't a whole
guidance.
lot better, but at least it's 11.
Well, he gave you, or Styx gave you guidance with
If you're
the
anywhere near me, I gotta
inspiring flute.
touch
Slap.
Make that 14.
Well, from my understanding, and Orion can correct me if he needs to, but this was to be a scouting expedition.
Well, he was also talking about seeing if they have any treasure.
Well, and Orion will chime. Well, that's that's part of scouting. It's if we were going to do it, then we might as well make some money off of it.
I just can't put my family in danger. I hope you can understand that.
So sorry. Not to Orion. I'm gonna look straight in the middle of the both of them. So, have you ever fought a giant?
All right, looking straight in the middle of both of them.
Yes. So I'm not
Alar-
talking directly to Orion. I'm trying to talk to Alark in common. I hate it.
Alaric in Undercommon is gonna go who?
Then you in Undercommon. I will be speaking to you, not to that guy. I think he is a nitwit. Anyway, that is a different story. Have you fought a giant or a whole tribe of giants? Ever?
I have fought giants.
How did that go for you?
He's just going to stare.
Right. So imagine having a whole group, a whole family, a whole tribe of giants with you when you go fight for something else or fight against a big clan or some other skirmish going on. You have this big giant group of people on you fighting for your side. I think that is worth more than whatever treasure you might find amongst them. I think.
Okay.
They probably take a lot to feed, though. Oy.
No eating bacon if you didn't bring enough for everyone.
Like a house. Is that a house rule?
I'm just joking. Just joking.
Alaric's going to say, this is supposed to be a scouting expedition. If we want to turn this into a scouting diplomatic expedition, I support that. And he's going to say that in common. He's going to say that to all three of you. And he'll look at Rin and say, in Undercommon, please understand that Orion is an officer of Sanctuary who was chosen by me. I have the utmost faith in him.
That is good for you. That has to be earned. I do not just give that out freely. I'm sure you could understand.
And he'll nod and just say, give him a chance. He's better than you think. All right. So you're going to change your scouting into a diplomatic mission.
Probably need
Only because it is important to that guy.
to come up with like things he'd like to request and offer, so I can present that.
Well,
I have no notebook up.
this is your idea for the diplomatic mission. So, what do you suggest? What do you suggest as part of this alliance?
Well, for one, you might want to offer quelling all these rumors of raiding villages and putting others in danger. I can guarantee you all they do is find everything out in the wild that they need and don't go looking for trouble other places.
That's easy enough.
Sorry, does your family? She's gonna like. Does your tribe have a lot of problems? Do they have issues with other factions or things?
Their biggest problem's the dragons to the south.
Right. Okay. So how about we, in amongst all of this, whatever you are negotiating for, it's one of those Gondor calls for aid situations. You know, this group needs help. We call on them, they help. That group needs help, they call on this group, they go help.
Definitely should probably throw that into last year, right?
Okay, so you're suggesting the same sort of deal we have with our other two alliance guilds.
I
A
don't
good
know
balance of
anything
give and
about-
take for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, I think administering aid when requested is plenty fair.
On both ends, though. Mutually beneficial, of course.
Yes.
You think that's fair, there, sheep?
Sure.
The sheep said it. It is written.
Are you gonna come with us, Alaric?
No,
If this goes through, it would be good for you to sign off with the king.
I have other plans today. This was not in the works for me, so Orion will be acting in my stead since he is an officer.
So if the king agrees, should I send for you?
If the king agrees, the officers can agree on my behalf.
Very well then. I'll see what I can do.
I suggest you all make haste and get ready and get your gear ready.
Ready.
And Alaric's going to
I don't have a lot of stuff.
to stand up, walk through a door that's in the back of the room, bitch, and just walk, bid you good day and walk away.
He doesn't adapt well to new situations, does he?
Doesn't seem this way, no.
Alright, Ryan, what do you need us to get together before we go?
Well, we're going to teleport, so it'll only be a day's ride or a day's march to Cortron. So, honestly, bring 2 days worth of rations, I guess, and you should be fine. Make sure and lock up your rooms. I'll meet you out front of the gates.
Do you have a problem with stealing around here? Why
No,
lock them?
because it's your private space.
Understand, we didn't have private space before. We just had one room. Just everybody was there.
I'm in the stable. There's no locks.
I'm saying, I will meet you at the front gates along with the rest of the party,
Okay.
Where is Tom?
and y'all will walk outside. You'll see Tom in
Teapot.
the parlor.
You're on
You're
mute.
muted, bud.
It sounds great, though.
Tom's gonna come walking up and say, Who's ready to kill some giants, huh?
I'm gonna walk right past him, and hopefully he walks right into Valenthian.
Only if they hit me first,
Looking around.
which they won't, right? I'm gonna look
I
at
may
that.
No, of course not.
accidentally ping him in the head with the shield.
Valenthian,
We are doing, Tom.
I think he likes you. I'll keep walking.
when you walk outside the gates is when a small bird decides that it's going to land on top of your head.
I will wander off somewhere where I think I'm alone.
I'm gonna say hi to the bird.
That sheep, did that your bird? Is your bird on his head?
Nope. Mine's don't know where. I have
Never
to call
seen a
it.
bird land on his head.
You get no response, no acknowledgement from the bird.
That's fine. I'll win it over.
And Valenthian, what you get is that's fine. We'll be ready.
That's it.
That's it.
Goes back down the little figurine, and I put him in my pocket.
So when
Yep.
he wanders off, I start explaining to Tom why we are not going to just go over there and kill the giants. So Tom is aware that this is Valenthian's tribe, and we mean to make an alliance for this guild, this new guild, and them and whatnot.
This is fascinating.
Right.
Fascinating. So we're negotiating some sort of. Do we have terms? Do we know what we're asking for?
We know some things that we are trying to seek on both sides. They've kind of left it open-ended from what I understand. So I will let Valenthian do the talking since this is his group. I am there to throw a hand axe should something happen.
I want to see what they ride because I want one. I'm hoping it's an elephant.
Okay. I was actually just gonna ask where on the lower map are we gonna land? As I saw the map change over here.
Wow.
I think I know
So,
in
all at
general
the
where
bottom.
we might be, but
Yeah, pretty much. It's just the best spot to put you on the map. But
I can't.
Yeah, I just
use that
wanted-
token, though.
then drag in your own token.
Yeah, I'll drag my new one over.
Anyone else can't move their token?
I don't have one.
Yes, you do.
What is all that?
I
You're
cannot
in
move
the
my
bottom
token now.
All right. Drag in.
Oh, I'm in the bottom. I was looking at the top right. My bad. I was like, who are those people? Okay.
I'm just gonna delete all the tokens, and y'all can
How do
drag.
I
your-
drag it in?
Click. Just
Should my token
click your
actually
name
be
and
that
go.
small?
Yep. 5 foot
drag.
square.
Click my name?
Over there in the top right, there's a journal.
Under characters, it should have.
Under
your character's
characters. Uh huh. You
just
take
grab
that
the
name and
name.
you bloop it. Yep.
Yeah, you'll have.
Grab the name?
name. Here you are.
Why?
Damn it!
You are humongous.
No, it keep. I don't know. For some reason, Valenthians just keep on screwing me over.
He's a big guy, so it's okay.
How do I make it smaller?
The DM
I
should
might have to.
Cold water, I understand.
Hey!
Lots of ice. Lots of ice.
Thank you, Brandon.
All right. Can everyone control their tokens?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Has did Rin explain to me like the full thing about the full story, fully caught up?
Probably in the time you had, just the gist of it.
Yes, I wouldn't have explained into great detail. It would have been just bare what I think you need to know.
Yeah, and you are accompanied by Terrain,
That's right.
Are we missing?
Liam. Jonda, Vara, Lean, and Orion.
Huzzah.
Is Father Tom on the map? I don't see Father Tom.
Oh, I was up there with
Top
these
left.
other figures.
Got a
You're just
blue
hanging
dot
out with
on.
this whole other group.
I'm like, why are they so big?
Y'all shouldn't have been able. Y'all shouldn't have been able to see those. Damn it!
Yeah, never mind. I didn't see anything.
I saw nothing.
But all right, so y'all would have met at the gates where Orion would give the other members of this scouting party the quick rundown, and whatever Valenthian wanted to fill in, he could fill in, saying that this is not a scouting mission anymore, but rather a diplomatic mission. And Celine would have teleported you from Sanctuary to the plains. And I didn't put it on here, but teleportation circles there. So yeah. And like I said, it's about a day's march. So you'll be wandering through the plains. If anyone wants to discuss anything with the other NPCs, you can during this time.
I do. The sheep. These weird boxes on the bottom of my map here. How do you make them go away?
Good question.
Okay. So,
I hate them. They're in my way, and I don't want them there anymore.
Top right.
I just
go to
moved them.
settings. Go to
Okay.
settings.
Yeah.
If you go down to audio and video, I believe. Oh,
Okay.
Give me one sec. Then video display.
Okay.
At the player video avatar size, you can change it from large, regular, small, or names only. Go to names
Oh. Yes.
only.
Sheep.
Awesome.
You are pretty great at reading maps. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I've been
Brilliant.
wondering that too.
I was like, how do I get around this? Why are they so big and why are they in my way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Perfect.
roll 20s that way.
Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
We can carry on now. Hey, big guy, the king. Is he related to you?
No, lass. You could say I was adopted by all the giants, but mainly the king.
Right, but who do you claim as, you know,
I just told you, lass, the king.
all of them?
Well, I was raised by the whole tribe, but it was the king who took me in before he was a king.
So you are technically his adopted child.
You are correct, lass.
Okay, I see. All right.
Valenthian, I must say, I spoke out of turn, didn't I? I just spoke out of turn.
You wouldn't in the know, young one, or little one, not young. I can look at your picture and know you're not young.
I haven't been called young in some time.
I gave you a little bonk, but you kind of had it coming, but that's why it was just a little bonk and not a big one.
Yeah. Well,
I get
just
them all
want
the
to say-
time. Don't worry.
You deserve them, though, sheep. You painted the shield and you do all those other things a lot.
Which reminds me, and I flip around the shield that I just got.
It's still fine. I haven't had time yet.
Terrain's going to turn me. Goes, you know you shouldn't paint over a black shield.
But it's ugly.
No, black is best.
He is not wrong. Black is
A
best.
little color.
Black is slimming.
It is a power color, right? Yes, exactly.
Right.
Rin is also in black, all black gear.
Mhm.
Everything's black. She has black marks on her face. Black.
NPC.
This is true. He speaks the truth.
That was Neum that said that?
That was terrain. That
Terrain.
was this one.
There. Okay. That's why you said it, because it was his shield that I inherited.
Yes.
Yes.
I was just trying to remember.
Terrain. Have you been told about the updated mission now?
Yes, Orion filled us in.
Okay, I know that usually cutting off heads and things of that sort is kind of what we do, but in this case, I think perhaps we should handle it a little differently.
Yes, I understand this. I do change my actions in accordance with the morals of Sanctuary. Like I have not eaten the heart of someone today.
Yet there is time.
There's always time, but
Right.
I have Sanctuary thing.
Good
Right,
protein.
Thank you, this sheep understands. Also, it's very fulfilling in your soul to eat the heart of your enemy, I know.
It gives you courage.
It does, yes, indeed. He understands. I just wanted to make sure, because I know you and I were raised a certain way, so I wanted to make sure that we both, I'm saying it out loud to myself as well, understand that we are not going to swing the axe first.
No, I've already discussed this. No.
Okay.
But my axe is still ready.
I mean, mine are right here on my hip as well, and on my back. I'm ready too. We will see.
Hey Val, how far away are we?
Are we there yet?
As I look at the DM, because I have nowhere to know on the map
You are 322 miles. No, you're about.
That's very specific.
Well, I'm not sure if we're
You're
at the
about-
base of the mountain, if we're still a ways off from the base of the mountain.
You're probably 3-4 hours from making up camp
At the base of the mountain, basically. Okay.
at the base of the mountain. Yeah.
We're probably 3 to 4 hours away from the mountain, and then it's another hour or two up the mountain, depending on who's walking.
Okay. Just wasn't sure if I should bring a scout out, or would the mage have anything out and looking ahead?
Yes, this is a great point, this Styx. I think that we should be scouting for...
You have a ranger in front.
Yeah, I see Orion up there, isn't he? Way up front.
Yep.
Because mine
Orion
only
will-
lasts an hour. It costs wild shape for me, so I just wasn't too sure if we should.
Yep. You have a ranger out front scouting for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think we should be scouting, and we should have strong people on either end to keep maybe the ones that are not as able to take many arrows or something.
I'd always be in the back, because first stick, she's the herder.
Yeah, I think I would be... It depends. If there's somebody strong in the back, then I will not be. So it depends on who's in the back.
Always in the back.
Well, I think Terrain and Nehum would probably join you in the back.
Yeah.
I'd
you have
obviously
Bart.
be up front.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, yeah, it's your family. You would... That makes more sense.
So Celine would probably hang further back with Val, while Orion's further front. And Vara and Jonda probably closer to the center.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the mage had her familiar out in scouting, because if she can do teleport, she can do a lot more spell slots than I can.
I think that's a good point, though. Yeah, that's a good plan. We'll just... Not just for giants. I think we should be looking for anything in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything out of the ordinary, maybe other rival factions or whatever.
And if there was any animals or wildlife nearby, I'd be asking them if they know of anything that's ahead,
That's on track.
because I can talk to all of them.
I feel
Yeah.
like Tom would just be giving us a sermon about the day.
And actually, Narstron did not go with y'all.
Thank
Narstron
God.
was
I mean,
not
what?
there.
Oh no! I wouldn't have let him. I would have sat on him.
Everyone roll a perception check.
Hooray!
I will use.
I do have a 16 passive, just to let you know.
17.
Ew.
Natural 1.
I said ew because it wasn't all that great.
It's okay.
Actually,
28.
Looks like I have a 16. Or no, 13. It's a 13.
Well, if we take the 28 and combine that with you talking to animals, you'll know that there's some savannah cats that have been roaming around, but nothing crazy, dangerous, or
So far.
threatening to the wildlife. So the birds aren't worried about anything in the skies, and the prairie dogs aren't worried about anything on the ground, really. But you can probably, if you really, really look, you can probably see, a couple little savannah cubs playing way off to the west.
Okay.
But yeah. And you'll also notice while you're walking that every so often Var is turning to Jonda and telling him to shut the fuck up, or I will run you through with my sword.
I like this.
No,
Oh, John does the elder,
No.
isn't he?
John. No, that is Curatio.
Yeah, Curatio.
John.
Yeah, Elder of the Guild, yeah.
Jonda is Jonda.
The one that talked a lot that I didn't hear, thank gosh. I would have said the same thing. I like this girl. Yes.
Okay. Oops.
John.
All right.
He needs some downers, man. Who's got downers for that guy?
I was going to ask if I could do a survival check since I know the terrain, having gone
Yes.
through here a bunch.
Guidance.
16? Oh, guidance?
Guidance.
Just assume if you're near me, I'll always give it to you.
19 altogether?
19. You've been through this area. I mean, it looks pretty damn familiar. So you actually know the best little alcove to make camp in the mountain. That's gonna be safe from the elements and from the wild animals.
I start guiding them up that way because I can't tell if it's on this map or not.
It is for this one, and the map's more representation since as of right now.
No, that works.
Yeah,
Alright,
so-
you lot, follow me. I'll show you the best place where we can make camp for the night.
Yep.
Idea which way to move my character other than just up.
Look, let me.
Ah,
We're gonna move to like right here.
Who is this person? Is that somebody?
That's Styx.
That's
Okay.
me.
I was like, go this sheep, and then I would go.
so we're just. You said alcove, but this is more of a plateau.
Yeah.
Up the
Words.
still rocky piece.
Words are hard.
They are.
I will position myself, assuming you're going to use this terrain, towards this little ramp up. Just in
Yeah.
case anything decides to come up.
Yeah, and I would take a position where I'm at so I can look out over where we just came from to make sure nothing comes this way either.
And I'm ritual casting detect magic.
As you normally do.
Damn straight.
All right.
Terrain
So-
looks good right there.
Detect magic. You'll see that far as armor and weapon has some enchantment. Orion's chainmail has some slight enchantment. So does Terrain's axe has some enchantment. Okay. But that's the magic you see in the vicinity.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna bed down for camp.
Before I go to bed, I'm gonna pull the figurine out of my pocket and just kind of wander off on my own and say, Ruvak, tell Father to get the elders together. I'm coming to speak with him, and send him on his way.
Alright. And he's gonna start that fly. That'll be a fairly quick
quick one. For the sake of purpose, so I'll say it's sometime tomorrow. You would have seen a raven fly off.
Okay. After that, I'm gonna ritual cast Animal Messenger and look for a raven, and just send it over to Val to say hi. Or, hi, I can do this too for you.
At least I can say nevermore.
I am going to watch. Not them. I'm going to watch for any kind of trouble. I know that this Styx likes to play games with the animals and whatnot. So this is normal. So I will just watch. I only need a trance, so I can take first or second watch. What do you guys want to do? Silence is consent. Everybody watches. Nobody's.
No.
I was looking at the map, trying to think. I'll take first watch and then go to bed after that.
I'll take last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Orion's going to join you.
Okay.
Orion's going to join you for first watch.
I'll take second, but I'll be awake for the first. So
you're
I'm not
always awake, really.
I'll be sharpening my weapons, and I will go over and grab Valentian's weapon. I will also give Styx's horns a good
polish.
Sharp, polish down. Mm-hmm. And as always, and then when they're ready, I can start my second watch. But I'll be doing that the first part.
Perfect.
All right. Do you need any checks, sir?
Yep. We're gonna do perception checks. Do it with advantage since Orion's watching with you.
I already have advantage because of the shield.
Oh, there you go.
Just so unless you want me to roll a third d20.
Nope.
That'll be 22. Yep.
All seems well.
All is well on the western front.
Alright, and that's going to be all's watch. You will sleep. Rin. And...
I didn't roll with advantage.
I guess I'll come back down with everybody else.
But I also got a 22 without advantage.
Alright.
Is Terrain watching with me too?
Yep. That's why you should. I mean, you're welcome to try to talk deeply with Terrain.
He is not the type that you talk deeply to, and nor am I the one that talks deeply. So our conversations stay pretty
monotone.
Unless you mean deeply.
One word, monotone.
Yes, it's pretty much like that. We get excited about cutting off heads, eating hearts, that sort of thing. We pretty much saw it already. So.
But yeah, it's 22. Everything seems to be going pretty well.
Okay.
That'll be y'all's watch.
Okay.
And Terrain would probably have shared, some stories while he was in Sanctuary about some different Alliance expeditions and Sanctuary expeditions and some solo expeditions that he's been on.
Oh, yeah. I would have shared, I don't know that I would have shared it, but I would have asked about purgatory if he, and had a conversation with him about that.
He has not been to purgatory, but
has he heard of it though?
Yeah, he would have heard of it. So he'll give you the rundown. So let's give you the rundown.
Yes, let's do.
There are 3 realms currently open to guilds. 1, Purgatory. 2, the Realm of Darkness. And 3, the Realm of Death.
Realm of what?
Death.
Death. Okay, not what I heard, but I like it better than what I heard.
I don't want to know what you heard.
I heard Biff.
Yeah.
Biff.
And when it comes to the Realm of Darkness and the Realm of Death, those get raided by guilds when information has came out that their gods are not currently in their realm.
Oh.
So, it's hey, Lot, it turns out Lot's not going to be in her realm this Thursday.
Everybody goes there on Thursday, right?
Right.
And I
And
wonder where she goes.
But yeah, and
Okay.
so there's a couple theories. One of the common theories is this is kind of the gods' ways of keeping entertained and kind of playing with the mortals. But Purgatory does not have a god. Purgatory, it is a plane that can be kind of spam ran, but it contains different creatures of the 4 main elements and something that's supposed to be at the very end from a monster that was put there by the god of evil.
I love it.
Yeah. And it's kind of the same deal. You get to fight these monsters, bag up whatever, like, I don't know, maybe you took it, like Hydra testicles. Hydra testicles are pretty lucrative.
Oh, yes.
Especially among the humans who really believe in that sort of aphrodisiac quality.
Absolutely, yeah. They're
Especially
purgatory
New Year's when the
mountain
ball drops.
oysters.
But so yeah,
I need to put that note in. That's an important note. Hydra testicles equals aphrodisiac.
But yeah, and it's really popular among the big 3 guilds.
Right. Purgatory is not necessarily darkness or death, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, they run those too, but the reason why the big 3 guilds run Purgatory pretty much is because the exit gateway is in Reikanos. Like, when you get through Purgatory, the exit is right there, pretty much right in front of the big 3 guild hall.
Purgatory leads you to hell, which equals Reikanos. Got it.
And Terrain would have told you, like, I think it was somewhere about 5 years ago, there was another guild that did a Purgatory run, and as soon as they finished, the big 3 guilds wiped them out.
Oh.
When they exited the portal, because only one guild can go into a portal at a time. Like, once someone enters the portal, it's closed.
Right, and that makes sense. If you are trying to take over another guild and they are in Purgatory, you know exactly where they're going to end up, and then you can slaughter them all. That is so smart.
Yeah, so that is why we don't do Purgatory runs.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes things a little more difficult.
Yes.
Okay, great.
But yeah.
You are probably right, this sheep. It probably is in our old barn. That's probably why it was the way it was.
is not in your old barn. Like I said, it's right there in the center of the guild hall quarters. Right close. So yes, and we are on Styx. Who did you want anyone on watch with you? Do you have your pick?
I believe
If this
Father
is the last
Tom
watch,
was.
Tom.
Yeah.
You and Father Tom. So both of you roll perception.
Oh, we got a nat 20
12.
for a 27 total.
Whoa.
Styx sees all.
With your 12, I think you're probably reading your book, and something new has appeared in your book though, Tom, and it's pretty simply says sanctuary. This should be a pretty good fit.
And that's all I see. It just appears there.
Yep.
Tom's going to get really excited. He's not going to say anything to Styx, but...
I'm not paying attention to you, don't worry.
Okay. You're going to kind of, wherever he is, just try his hardest to relax and to pray to the God of the Light to make this connection even stronger. Going to start to just kind of disappear into his own little prayer.
All right. Is there anything you want now? Are you praying into the book? Are you saying anything into the book? Are you writing anything into the book?
So in the past, have I been able to write into the book and get like a response and everything?
No, not always a response, but yeah, sometimes you would, sometimes you wouldn't.
Okay, so with that in mind, I'll see the response in my book. I'll get so excited, and I'll say, like, a great fit. Why is Sanctuary such a great fit? I had a good feeling this morning. Very many nice people, and a beautiful cemetery.
Yes. It's all about the people.
Are there any particular people that I should focus on? Perhaps Alaric. He's also a follower of yours.
He would be a great friend for you to have.
Lovely. And, God of Light, please watch over my new companions. I have a special place for them.
Watch, Father Tom's going to be the BBEG. Watch, it's a special place for them on the end of my knife.
It's excitedly scrolling.
And you're just going to get it. Okay.
Okay. Tom is going to close the book and hold it like he just got a new vinyl from his favorite band. Hold it to his chest and be all excited, and then
remember that vinyls are very brittle.
Yeah, he's like a little bear hug. No, he's gonna close the book, but he's gonna take some special time for prayer and hold tightly to the book, and yeah.
Styx.
Styx is going to be trying to coax as many animals and critters as she can to watch the sunrise with her in the morning.
Well, as you're watching the sunrise, about an hour-ish into your watch, so about halfway through your watch, with your nice satyr ears and some animal reports, there is a very big ruckus happening further up the mountain.
A very, very big what, sorry? Ruckus?
Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Okay, that was the word I heard. Okay. And how far away is the mountain from where we are?
You're at the base of the mountain. You're about an hour to 2 hours walking. But that sort of distance, you can't make out what's being said. But you can definitely hear loud, deep screams of anger.
In what language?
And
because I would have heard Val speak giant before.
Giant is a language.
It would have been. I couldn't remember if it was giant or primordial for giants.
Giant is a language.
Yeah, it would be giant.
Giant is a language.
And is it just like one, like constant?
No, this is a group of people.
Okay, like I can still hear them. Like I'd have time to wake up Val and say, "What are they saying?"
This isn't. You're a far distance. I mean, these are giants screaming, but you're a far distance. This isn't like a hello. This is just more like a
get off my lawn.
Does it sound like they're coming our way?
No.
It's a good thing.
It's not. It's not a sound that's getting closer.
Tom, do you hear that?
Tom's gonna. I assume I don't hear this, right?
You don't.
Yeah.
Hear what, my friend? Hear what?
Screaming. How many? Can I tell? I had a nat 20, so I wasn't too sure if I could tell how many.
This is like an uproar from a village of giants. A lot.
I'm gonna wake up Val. Val.
Yeah. What?
Come here, listen.
Want?
I hear some screaming. Sounds something like you would do. I've heard that anger before.
I shake my head and try to get the sleep out of my head.
I'm gonna hit guidance on him just so he can maybe try and hear it. It's that way.
So do a perception.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the life of me, I cannot hear this. Must be my ears.
Add this.
I love Tom.
23 altogether.
Yeah, you can. It's still you're not gonna this distance. You're not gonna make out what's being said.
But I can hear it.
Yes, this is a scream of.
I was gonna say, is this anger? Is this
anger and panic?
So it's a distress call.
Not a call, but it's distressful. Yes.
Well, yes, yeah.
So I can tell unmistakably that something where I grow up is very wrong right now.
Yep.
Alright, you lot, get up. We gotta move right now.
Alright, everyone.
I'm just gonna produce.
I'm gonna say you can probably yell out. So.
Yeah.
Oh
if
yeah,
I need to get loud,
I'm a light trancer.
I can thaumaturgy and make myself 3 times louder. So.
Quite the thing to behold.
Your reveille call is heard.
Normally, I wouldn't take you all up there, but something is wrong. We got to go right now.
All right, everyone. It's going to take about 5 minutes for everyone to get their gear on.
Bologna, I'm kicking butts. I'm like, we go now, and I'm on Valenthian 6.
I'm
like,
already
we go.
Yeah, I'm already moving.
If any of you can summon a scout to go scout, do that.
All right.
Tom's running after.
You'll see Neum and Celine both produce little bird companions.
Good.
To go.
I don't have to yet.
To the edge of the map.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on Valentian 6 at this point.
All right. All right. Let me gather up
Nice.
these NPCs real quick.
Nice thing about being a barbarian is I have a shield and my weapons. That's it. No armor.
The exact same as me. I have a shield, a sickle, and no armor. Well, I
also have no
but
armor.
it doesn't really do much.
I have armor, but I wear it pretty much all the time.
Yeah. If I had prestidigitation, I'd be cleaning you every morning.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I do have a speed of 25 feet, which I believe is drastically slower than everyone else in the group. I don't know if that matters in this moment, but just want to call it out. I'm running.
Well, I'm at 25 as well. So.
I'm at 30.
You're at 25. Okay.
It's mainly because of this level, probably.
Yeah.
We're only level
Because
3.
we're running. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
I just take bigger steps than everybody else, pretty much.
Just
And
be a horse for crying out loud, sheep.
What time
After
of the day
about-
is it?
It's early morning, so I mean, it's the sun is still rising.
We're also facing south, just so you know.
Okay. I'll
Yes.
have produce flame out just so I can see then, because I got no dark vision.
After about 45 minutes with your very hasty, I'm assuming full speed.
Yeah.
As full as
No,
possible
no.
up a mountain.
Yeah. So 45 minutes an hour. You get to. This is not the best map. Don't judge.
That's fine.
But
Immediately judging.
you get to the base of the village. And let's take a small break
'Cause,
where we will pick up.
Who are you calling a truck?
So yeah,
Okay.
5-10 minutes. And
okay.
Pick one, 5 or 10.
I'll go run around the block to simulate how out of shape Tom will be in this next. This stout little halfling.
Yeah. Cool.